Just waiting because I've had issues before, and I kind of like how this picture looks. I'm all in black, and you can barely see me. I take out my flamenco, and there I am. Hello, and welcome to a brand new episode of Dylan Knows. I am your host, Dylan Lang. This is episode 670, Dinosaur Eulogy. For those who've been following popular culture, you can probably figure out why I'm calling the episode that, but that's what it is. And it is July 18th, 2026, 2 days before my stepmom's birthday. Tomorrow's my brother-in-law's birthday. He's presently down in North Carolina right now with his family, and we had lunch/dinner with my dad and my stepmom today. My daughter's out with her boyfriend going to see the Odyssey. They're probably done by now. They went to a 7 o'clock show, so they're probably doing some last-minute stuff, eating, drinking, whatever. My wife and I are going to go see the Odyssey tomorrow, so I do not have a review for you until next week. Next week is also... No, it isn't. San Diego is not next week. No, wait a second. No, it is. No, it isn't. No, it is. It is. Yes, San Diego is next week because I'm pretty sure San Diego is next week. Let me check that out here. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong. I usually am. And we're finally getting to the end of the World Cup. England came in third, beating France today in the third place game. It's 23rd to 26th. Yep, it is this week. Yep, that's what I thought. All right. So that's good. And then tomorrow is the final between Argentina and Spain. And then we'll be done with World Cup till next year when the women's do theirs. But that'll be more American because the American women have won it more often than others. But yeah, major death this week. We'll talk about that in a second. The Odyssey is all people are talking about. We had smoke in the eastern seaboard. We'll talk about that in a little bit too. A lot of autumn and summerween stuff, which is a new thing now coming out now. So a lot more autumn stuff coming out earlier because I know people like autumn better. There's a battle for daylight savings time, which I'm not excited for. And hopefully it'll get shot down. I think that's next week. I'll talk about that too in a little bit. Fortnite is going crazy with their summer stuff. Just so I can note down. Next week is the big week. As I said, San Diego is next week. NFL teams go start their training camps. So stuff like that. So what else we got? We got some Sydney Sweeney stuff. We have backroom stuff. We've got Anniversaries. We've got our first look at Digger, full-time Digger. Some Halloween stuff. Gal Gadot's new film. A lot of Fortnite stuff. Criterion stuff. Mike Flanagan. The Odyssey, obviously. And stuff like that. And this is finally out and about. This is A&W's Root Beer Float. I have not tried it yet. As I always like to do, I like to do it here on the show. It smells like the mug, to be honest, like vanilla. Let's see if this is how this stacks up with the vanilla mug. It's okay. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I think the mug had a better vanilla flavor, but the vanilla flavor is definitely there. And it hits you kind of a little bit harder. I mean, again, not terrible, but it tastes more chemical. I mean, obviously it is chemical, but still. So it's okay. I mean, I bought a 12 pack. My son's drank a couple of it. I'll drink it at school or rather at work, so that I probably will not buy it again. It's okay. So been a little bit disappointed by sodas. I think I talked about this last week, but Mountain Dew is not doing their Halloween one again. They're teaming up with Trolley again for a pineapple something flavor. I'm not exactly sure what it is. That'll be in regular sugar. I'll try it, obviously, but I'm not looking forward to it. I'm not thinking it's going to be very that good. But to be fair, the pineapple summer one they did last year was actually pretty decent. So we'll see. But yeah, so A&W root beer float to me is just, it's okay. I feel it now. Someone had said it's got a little bit more butterscotch feel to it too. I guess I can feel that a little bit. I just don't want it to be clouding my brain. That's what they said about it. So someone said that to me, and it made my brain think, "Oh, I kind of taste it." It's okay. Yes, the big news, the big news this week was the death of Sam Neill. One of my favorite actors, a genuinely good guy. Monday and Tuesday, right around the time when he died, Threads and YouTube was just and Facebook was just full of just love and good remembrances and stuff like that over the death of Sam Neill. He stars in one of my favorite movies of all time, at least in my top 5 of all time, as usually probably pretty close to it. In The Dish, which I will be watching the next day or so because it's set during the Apollo moon landing, which happened on July 20th, 1969. So that's coming up in a couple of days. So I will be definitely watching that in honor of him. Of course, everyone remembers him from Jurassic Park. That's his biggest one right there. He was also in Jurassic Park 3, which is actually a decent, underrated movie. And then Jurassic World, the last one, I forget what it was called, where he reteamed with Jeff Goldblum and the actress played Ellie. Was in Twin Peaks. I forget her name right now. In Blue Velvet. You know who I'm talking about. So that was good. He was also in 2 John Carpenter movies, Memoirs of Invisible Man and In the Mouth of Madness, which is a very H.P. Lovecraftian sort of story. A lot of people love it. Part of his Apocalypse trilogy. That includes Prince of Darkness, and I want to say The Thing, but don't quote me on that also. He also was in the horror sci-fi film Event Horizon, which is one of the ones I remember him most from. He made his first appearance in The Omen 3 as a grown-up Damien, the son of the devil. And he did a lot of TV and stuff like that. We're going to do a rundown of his stuff just to give you an idea of just how great he was. Hunt for October was another one of his big movies as well. Whoops, don't want to do that. Oh. There we go. He also had a memoir, which I read last year, which is really interesting if you haven't read it yet. It basically details his fight with cancer while also serving as a memoir of all the movies and people he's met and a little bit into his winery business and stuff like that. It's a very decent, breezy memoir, highly recommended for everyone to check it out. And he did not die of the cancer because he was cancer-free earlier this year. It's the just the entire decimation of his immune system that was done by the cancer that caused a simple disease like a pneumonia or something like that to end up killing him. So film, the big ones that he was in, that everybody remember him from, was Possession was a big one, a horror film like that, which is being remade in the next year or so. Omen 3 isn't on here. A lot of his stuff. Dead Calm was kind of his first American film after Possession, kind of, which he worked with Billy Zane and Nicole Kidman. Hunt for October, obviously. Until the End of the World, which is a good movie. Memoirs of Invisible Man. The Piano, which he got some nominations and played the biggest asshole in the world. Jurassic Park. Sirens, which is an interesting film. The Jungle Book, which is a live-action version that had... I forget the Australian actor's name who was in it, or Asian actor whose name I don't know. In the Mouth of Madness, he played King Charles in Restoration. Children of the Revolution. Event Horizon, Snow White, A Tale of Terror, The Horse Whisperer, I didn't remember he was in that. Bicentennial Man, he was in that as well with Robin Williams. The Dish, of course, Jurassic Park 3, The Zookeeper, Wimbledon, which I hadn't really heard about either, but it's a decent cast. Bunch of just Australian ones. Daybreakers, which is a vampire horror film. Legend of the Guardians of the Owls of Ga'Hoole. He was Alomar, voiced in the animated film. The Hunter. Hunt for the Wilder People, which was one that everybody was talking about a lot. Thor Ragnarok, he played the Odin actor as a cameo. The Commuter, which is a decent film, which I didn't hear about and didn't know about till I read the stuff about. Sounds like a decent film. Peter Rabbit and the sequel to Peter Rabbit. Jurassic World Dominion, this was Thor Love and Thunder. He played the Odin actor again. He was in The Fox playing this thing called Magpie. And his last movie is going to be Godzilla X Kong Supernova coming out next year. Which should be very interesting. TV. He did some voices on The Simpsons. He was in the Merlin miniseries, which a lot of people also mentioned last week. The Triangle, which I'd never heard of before, but apparently a science fiction movie, so that's interesting. The Tudors, he was in 10 episodes of The Tudors. 14 episodes of Crusoe, 13 episodes of Alcatraz, which is a J.J. Abrams show, 12 episodes of Peaky Blinders. Did a lot of TV. Voice in Rick and Morty. So just a lot of different things. In video games, he was in the Jurassic World video games. He plays the voice role in a lot of those, so that's interesting. So he started off. He was born in Ireland, and then his family moved to Australia when he was really, really young. So he was mostly moved after that. But yeah, so Sam Neill, the hugely influential actor, passed away this week, and that is the sad story for this week and the big death this week. Hence the name Dinosaur Eulogy. Also been lots of tributes to him, and he will be missed. And I will be watching The Dish either tomorrow or Monday. Probably Monday because it's the actual anniversary of the moon landing. So onward and upward. The Odyssey is playing obviously right now. It's close to making. I think it's expected to make $257 million on its opening weekend, which is $7 million over its budget. And that could still change. Obviously, that's just projected from people who bought tickets online in the world, and also the stuff that has come out from the Thursday and Friday showings, and they'll get the total for tonight's showings in about a little bit. There's my daughter getting back from the movie. So, but to celebrate it, Fortnite has decided to release a Odyssey skin, Agamemnon also. Sorry, I'm just I'll tell a story later. So that's pretty cool about that. They've also releasing the Cosmic Titan skin, which is kind of interesting looking. And also it's their summer event, which is the Summer of Bat. You have a topless swimsuit wearing Batman. You have a sexy Poison Ivy and a sexy swimsuit as well, bikini sort of thing. You can get her in white and green color skin. Harley Quinn, you have her in a sexy bikini top and has a bikini bottom, but they can also get you a short cut off as well. And you can drive the Batmobile. There's a new POI. The Bat Cave is there. Ace the Bat Hound. So so that's interesting. So a bunch of that going on right now, which is cool. Lego has approved the fan-designed Universal Monsters Castle, which will have the mini figs of all the Universal monsters and a typical sort of like Dracula, Frankenstein sort of castle. So that's pretty kind of cool. We're going to first look at Mike Flanagan's Carrie miniseries, just some behind-the-scenes pics of some of the characters as well. No trailer or anything like that, but that's due out in October. The Whisper Man trailer with Robert De Niro is going to be on Netflix at the end of the month. I think Adam Scott's in it as well. Came out this week. The Mongoose trailer, which is Liam Neeson action film, also got a trailer out this week as well. Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein is getting the Criterion Collection release on October 27th. First look at the Midnight Spider-Man is badass. The cover debut of it looks like a decent character design, so we'll see how that turns out. Ben Foster and Jameson Belletin are dating. I just like throwing it in there because they're kind of famous. Jessica Alba has joined the cast of 13 Going on 30 reboot that Netflix is doing right now. I think it's Netflix is doing it. Danny McBride will be writing and directing a G.I. Joe live action movie. They've already started fan casting it. They have Chris Pratt and Walton Goggins have them being fan casted, but I don't think they're probably going to be in it. But we'll see. Zach Krager's Resident Evil is clocking in at a breezy 1 hour and 35 minutes. That's due out on September 18th. I'll be taking off the 25th just for the hell of it, so I'll probably see it then. And maybe go see Endgame. I don't know. Again, I don't really want to. Anne Hathaway, Alan Tudyk, Lin-Manuel Miranda, and Susan Egan are all going to be honored as Disney Legends at D23 next month. Runner trailer with Owen Wilson and Alan Ritchson debuted this week as well. It's an action comedy thing. Kane, the spinoff of John Wick movies, has wrapped production. Netflix was re-releasing season 1 of Stranger Things with a VHS filter to make it look like you're watching it on a videotape due to Stranger Things' 10th anniversary coming this week. So I'm going to do that anniversary real quick just to hit that. I Play Rocky trailer. We'll get our first look at that. It's pretty decent. Looks pretty good. The Baltimore Ravens football team was named ESPN's 2026 Sports Humanitarian Team of the Year. Some science stuff. Raspberry sugar, or sugars that are found in raspberries, have been discovered in interstellar space. That's interesting. An asteroid containing a fireball that flew over, I think, New York last month or something like that was revealed to have extraterrestrial water, which is interesting turn of phrase. Don't know much about what that means, but that's kind of a neat little hint about something. A new monkey species with orange lips was found hidden in the Congo jungle. You got to realize that the Congo jungle is so thick and it's so big that there's still probably tons of undiscovered creatures, insects, birds, fish, whatever, in the Congo itself, and it would also make sense to have something like a Mokle and Bembe, which is a potential dinosaur, which has been sighted in the deep ends of the Congo, living there as well, because it's the perfect climate for like a dinosaur. It's got plenty of food, and no one is going to be able really to find it except for the locals, and they're not going to let anybody bother them. So that kind of is an interesting idea. Rare white dolphin was spotted off the Maryland coast. So we have a rare white dolphin swimming around off our coast right now, which is really good. My wife and daughter are going down to Ocean City next weekend with my sister-in-laws and my niece and my mother-in-law for a girls' weekend. So that's pretty cool for them. Sorry. Halloween has been going full bore here, and we have our first look at some new Halloween animatronics, including a Bigfoot one, a Slender Man one, and a Medusa. All of them look really good. I think you can only get them online right now. And the only other death we had going on this week was Hal Williams. Well, on this page, I should say Hal Williams, an actor from 227 and Sanford & Son. He passed away this week. And Anniversary, the ladies' Ghostbusters, came out 10 years ago this week. So it sounds like my daughter was not the biggest fan of the Odyssey. She doesn't really like Matt Damon, apparently. So we shall see. I probably still like it, though, and I'll still go see it. Andy Serkis has released a video announcing the start of production for Lord of the Rings, The Hunt for Gollum, set to come out December 17th, 2027. It was really cool because he's directing and he's also playing Gollum, so his introduction video had him in his Gollum capture suit that he had worn for the original Lord of the Rings thing. So that was kind of cool. Jackie Earle Haley is set to join the sequel to It Follows called They Follow. The Idaho Murders gets a 3-part Netflix docu-series. Netflix does really good docu-series. It's the one about the college students that were found murdered in their college dorm rooms, I think. Paramount is said to be rebooting Nightmare on Elm Street, so that was kind of a big deal about that. There's another Maryland story this week. A man in Maryland stole a cat from a pet store and used it to rob another store, which is definitely a unique weapon to use to try to knock over another store. Hannah Waddingham, who is getting a ton of flowers along with Octavia Spencer in their new show on Prime, Ride or Die, I think, is continuing her renaissance. She has been cast to star opposite Jason Statham in the comedy Jason Statham Stole My Bike. Absolute Green Arrow the miniseries has been moved from 6 issues to 12 issues, so everybody is ever excited about that because it's doing very well and the storyline is very good. Peter Jackson is finally making his dream come true. He's finally going to be directing his Adventures of Tintin movie. For those who don't know, Tintin is a old school comic book cartoon, mostly popular over in England and apparently Australia as well. And about, like 10, 15 years ago, Steven Spielberg and Peter Jackson teamed up to do I think it was an animated Tintin movie, but it was like a motion capture thing. Andy Serkis was involved and a few others as well, but it was like an animated motion capture sort of Polar Express sort of movie. And Peter Jackson wrote the script or co-wrote it with Steven, and Steven directed it. And it was supposed to be a 2-movie set where they were going to flip it, where Steven and Peter were going to write the next one, and then Peter was going to direct the second one. So, but things came up, things happened, whatever, and it did not happen until now. He announced that that's